Hello everyone. We are going to be doing our walk today on Bath Avenue on this very windy day. It is very windy out. It is around 3 o'clock. Kids are getting out of school. And I'm walking on Bath Avenue in the Bath Beach section of Brooklyn. Temperature is 31 degrees with the wind chill all the way down to 18. Keeping her kid warm. You see how she's completely covering the kid in the carriage. That's because the winds are blowing sustained 30 miles an hour. Sustained 30 miles an hour with the wind gusts up to 55. So this is a very windy day today. All right, so where are we going to walk? We're going to walk along Bath Avenue for a while. We just started on 14th Avenue. We passed a couple of Bay Streets, Bay 7th and Bay 8th, and now we are about to cross 15th Avenue. You can see when you look at those traffic lights, you can see traffic lights are moving around a bit. You know, when you start to see traffic lights moving around like that, you know it's windy because those things are heavy. You can see this tree is moving around a lot. I strategically got the winds on my back. So it is definitely helping me along on this walk. It is pushing me along. It's like having a little kid constantly pushing you. You know, it's like having a little kid behind you pushing you forward. We've had some really strong windy days this last week. 3 days. You know, we had that nice calm snowy day on Monday, and then I had mentioned that we'd be getting into some windy days, and this whole week has just been nothing but a windstorm. Bath Avenue has definitely changed over the years. You know, this is the neighborhood I grew up in. Bath Avenue is definitely not the same. There are a few things we're going to pass that's still been around since I was a kid. But mostly everything is pretty much gone. Anything recognizable. The laundromat is still across the street over here, if anyone's wondering. laundromat's been around since I was a kid. It's been under a couple of different owners though over the years. And this building right here on the corner used to be a pharmacy. This is where I used to come. I used to come here. This used to be a pharmacy. I used to come here to get my 1 hour photo done when I used to do we used to have like those little throwaway cameras. You see Steve's Pork Store is still here. A main staple on Bath Avenue. These will be a really nice home right where that is. There's condo apartments over there. Used to have a really nice home with a lot of land back in the day. But it's been long gone. See, the gymnastics place is still around. That gymnastics place has been around for a long time. And then back in the day over there where the tire shop is, used to be a pizza place. There was also a bakery over here. I just can't remember if it was where the laundromat is now or where the Grace Music Center is, but used to have a bakery over there too. And then over here is Junior's. Junior's is still around. I think they used to be across the street, but they're over here now. This is where I think the nail salon here used to be like a butcher, like a meat market over here. But there goes Junior's. So Junior's is still around. Got Nick's Discounts across the street. Definitely not the same Nick though. It's under different ownership for many years now. But this place is still around, man. Look, this is probably one of the last pharmacies you're gonna find. They're still here after all these years. On the corner of 17th Avenue and Bath. Kind of giving all you guys old looks. All of the old places you might have remembered back in the day, one that used to be on Bath Avenue. I'm not going to be able to remember all of them, only the ones more significant to my life. I didn't pay attention to every little detail on Bath Avenue growing up, but I do remember most of it. Now across the street over there, you see that big laundromat. Back in the day, used to be a pool hall. We used to play pool over here. And the pizzeria on Bay 17th is still around, but it's not Nick's. Nick's is gone. He sold it to this guy, I guess, Gus. Alright, so we're making it to 18th Avenue. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get back across the street onto the sunny side for a little while. Because it is cold in the shade. So anyway, I hope everyone's doing good today. It is a Thursday. I've kind of lost track of the days. I think it's January. I have to really think about it. I think it's January 9th. This to my left here is what used to be the St. Finbar Catholic School. It's now a different type of school. We have some more snow coming. It's pretty much going to be pretty much like the same thing we had the last time. You know, maybe an inch or two. Coat into an inch. Nothing major. Otherwise, it is very cold. Well, the winds makes it very cold, but that's beyond the point. So you see this building across the street here? This used to be a catering hall that I used to work in when I was a teenager. It used to be called the Del Monte. It's now a big Italian appliance place. I actually worked in 2 of the catering halls on this avenue. Get across the street. The other catering hall is coming up. It used to be called Colonial Manor. It's right across from the police precinct. Got some of these storefronts over here. Over there is the 62nd Precinct House. That is our local precinct over there. That over there is what I was talking about. That used to be Colonial Manor. That was another catering hall I worked in as a teenager. This is a pretty busy stretch right here. The next 2 blocks got some places you can eat, some stores. Got a pharmacy right here. On the next block you got some, I guess, places you could eat. More places you could eat, like a Japanese place that's been around for a long time on the corner. I've always said I could imagine, you see these really small shops. I've always said, like, the way real estate is today, I could see eventually these all get torn down and they put a really big building over here or something. You see most of these, they have the gates down and stuff, so. We have made it to 20th Avenue. I guess I'll stop right here for a second. So you see this building over here on the corner that I'm looking at? This corner building? When I was a kid, a teenager, okay, I guess that guy wasn't happy. The guy took the turn. But anyway, that used to be an X-rated theater. There used to be an X-rated movie theater over here. It was shut down though. It wasn't open. But for many years, it just lay there dormant.
Stop, 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 stop.
It is now got this big, I guess, wines and liquor place. It was a boutique for a while. And now it's a wines and liquor place. And then over there where that big orange apartment type building is, that used to be like a gas station and like a car lot with a whole bunch of used cars in it. Yeah, Pino's Pizza is still here after many years, but I don't think, I think it's been sold. Maybe the original family owns it, I don't know. But I know for a long time it hasn't been the same. Not the same I remember. I guess we'll cross over. Got this big FedEx truck here delivering packages. So yeah, Bath Avenue is, as you can see, for anybody that has maybe lived here at one point or still lives here knows that it's not the same it used to be. We're crossing 21st Avenue now. You can see that wind is really blowing. You can see these banners here. You have these new apartment buildings. This is where the Enterprise used to be, and at one point they were going to put a homeless shelter here, and it got totally that got totally killed. There was a lot of protests, very similar to the protests over on 25th Avenue. In case anyone's wondering, the Carvel is still in business. There was a big fire here a number of years back. I want to say almost 10 years ago now. It started in that ceramic place next door, and pretty much the whole building got gutted, but all the businesses came back. I think the wine and liquor place had the least amount of damage, although it's a pretty good amount of damage in there. We are crossing Bay Parkway now. I'm gonna get back across the street here. I'll tell you, traffic is really busy today on the avenue. And I find myself walking in the street here. Just because there's some ice on the sidewalk I don't want to walk over, so I'm just trying to get to the driveway. Here we go. Yo-Yo Chicken. That's new. Never heard of that. Not a very appealing name for a chicken place. Oh, we've made it to 23rd Avenue, so that's a good thing, right? So lately we've been doing some, we've been hitting all of the avenues in the Bath Beach section. Well, this is only the second one. I mean, we did Benson Avenue. We're doing Bath now. I guess we'll have to do Cropsey Avenue. Now this avenue ends at, just like Benson Avenue, ends at Stillwell Avenue. Down over by, I would say, like 26th Avenue. So we got a little bit to go before we get there. I guess we'll just do a complete walk here. Looks like you got Mamma Mia Pizzeria across the street. It's another pizza place that's been around for a while. So I hope everyone is enjoying this little walk on Bath Avenue. It is, like I said earlier, it is a very windy day. Although it feels like the winds have kind of come down a bit. It doesn't feel as bad as it was earlier. You see this no parking sign is moving around a little bit. The traffic lights are moving around. But it's like nothing crazy right now. That would be the B64. We're going to be passing by the bus depot in a second. Got a pretty big MTA bus depot that is located down here. We're going to be walking right by it. We'll also be passing by Lafayette High School again. I mentioned in the Benson Avenue when we started the walk there, that was my high school.
Два даже.
This is the bus depot right here. This is Bay 38th Street, but this part of Bay 38th Street is private. It's reserved for the bus depot. Spirit of Jesus. This church has been around since I was going to high school down here, so at the very least since the 1980s that church has been here. Doesn't look like a church, but it is a church. I'm not lying to you. Let's get across the street. Let's get back in the sun. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never seen as much traffic on Bath Avenue. I mean, there is just a lot of traffic today. It's almost like being on 86th Street. Time check. It looks like we are 36 minutes into this walk, so but we are getting very close to the end of the walk. I can see Stillwell Avenue very easily defined by the elevated tracks of the D line, so that's pretty much where we're going to be ending it. This coming up is 26th Avenue, so we're going to be passing by Lafayette High School, the track side. They got a big football field in the track. And they do have a library here that's been around for a long time. Grocery store on the corner. We used to come here when we used to go to school. We used to get off the bus and then come over here for our breakfast. I don't know if it's the same grocery store. I mean, can't remember far back. You know, it's very hard to remember, you know, who owned it or whatever. Most of the time in this neighborhood, you know, these businesses have changed hands a long time ago. There you go, Lafayette High School. Doc Ben Sherman Athletic Field. That's how I know it by. I remember Ben. This is I went to high school from 88 to 92. This is where I went to high school. I'll give you guys a look at the field in a second. I'm just waiting to get past the shade over here, and then I'll put the camera up. There we go. See those bleachers out there? We used to hang out at those bleachers all the time. This is the newer field, but the configuration is really the same. It hasn't changed. It might have artificial turf and stuff, but that's where the bleachers always were back there. I do remember another set of bleachers though over there, but those are gone. The ball field, this is the baseball field that's pretty much always been in the same spot in the corner here. Alright, we're passing 27th Avenue, so this is it. We'll be ending the walk right on Stillwell Avenue. You can see the D train coming in from Coney Island. I want to thank everybody for coming along on the walk. As we continue to do our nice long avenue walks in Brooklyn to start off 2025. Also want to thank everybody that has subscribed. And if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. We just hit 3,000 subscribers, so I want to thank everybody for that. I couldn't have done it without everybody that comes to the channel and subscribes. Makes the channel get bigger. It's not even 2 years since we started the channel and we're already up to 3K. I remember when we didn't have 1,000 subscribers, so we continue to grow the channel. Now, you know what I got to do right after I stop this walk on the camera? I got to walk back. This was my normal exercise walk for today, so it doesn't matter. Instead of walking on the bike path or on the trail, I decided to just do the streets, so it's going to come out to the same distance when I turn around and go back where I just came from. So it isn't a big deal for me. were just over here the other day. Wasn't this the... Oh no, we did the snow walk last, but before we did the snow walk, we were over here. We were on Stillwell Avenue. That's where we're gonna end it here. Alright everyone, I want to thank everybody for coming along, and I will catch everyone on the next walk. Take care, and bye-bye from Beth Avenue and 28th Avenue and Stillwell Avenue. Bye-bye everyone.